Oh, yeah, good morning. Happy New Year. We did it. We made it to another year. So join me in a song that is a bit of a gratitude. Namaste, as we honor the Christ and the love in each other. Practice makes perfect. Everybody stand up. Let's get going. I honor the love in you. I see love shining through. When I say namaste to you, my friend, I honor the love in you. Namaste. Namaste, namaste. When I say namaste to you, my friend, I honor the love in you. I honor the Christ in you. I see Christ shining through. When I say namaste to you, my friend, I honor the Christ in you. Namaste, 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 namaste. When I say namaste to you, my friend, I honor the Christ in you.
Let us pray. Let us begin by pausing a moment, looking around, and seeing the Christ in each and every person in this room. As we pray, we know we are one in the Christ presence, that same Christ presence that lives and shines through each and every one of us. We hold that truth as we hold our spiritual community, our greater community, our country, our world, and our hearts, knowing the oneness that is the deepest truth. And so we begin this year, this wonderful new year, standing in truth with open hearts, allowing the love of the Christ to flow through us. And for all of this, we say thank you, God. Amen.
Good morning, everybody. And it can't be said too often, Happy New Year to everybody here in sunny Vacaville. If you're joining us from home, welcome. Know that the clouds have parted and we're ushering in the new year with sunshine and dryness. And we're so happy that each and every one of you are here. We know that many of you haven't been to bed since Friday night and that you've been up all night. But you picked the right Sunday to come because we're going to have a wonderful service this morning. And it's also a wonderful Sunday because it's the first Sunday of the month, and that means it's Birthday Sunday. So if you have a birthday in January, we'd like you to come on down to the front for a very painless, yay, we got one birthday boy. You look like a newborn. And we're going to sing happy birthday and give Mike his own special blessing this morning. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. Well, happy birthday, and we see you whole, happy, and youthful throughout 2023. Thank you. And to everyone else who has a January birthday. So as we like to do each and every week, we like to start our service off by honoring the Christ within by lighting our Christ candle. And this Sunday, to ring in the new year, Simon Eisenberger is going to come down and light the Christ candle with me. Aren't you, Simon? Simon has done this, I think, probably more than any other person in our church. And he's a pro at it. And Simon always is a guiding light for each and every one of us. You want to take the candle, Simon? And then we're going to light this. And Simon's always a great reminder because when I'm sitting down in the front pew, and you can blow that out, I can always hear Simon in the back pew singing and doing affirmations and doing prayers. And it's always a great reminder to me that I shouldn't hide my light like Simon doesn't hide his, and he lets the whole congregation know that he's here, and we love hearing him each and every Sunday. So we're going to give Simon his own special blessing this morning. Together, Simon, you are a beautiful child of God, perfect in every way. You are loved unconditionally, just the way you are. And let's give ourselves that same blessing. Together, I am a beautiful child of God, perfect in every way. I am loved unconditionally, just the way I am. And as Simon makes his way back to his seat, we're going to sing to Simon, beautiful child of God. We really are.
I'm a beautiful child of God, a wondrous spirit of love and peace. My light will shine forever. I'm a beautiful child. Find someone in the room and tell them, you're a beautiful child of God, a wondrous spirit of love and peace. Your light will shine forever. You're a beautiful. Now send this as a prayer out to the world. We are beautiful children of God. We are wondrous spirits of love and peace. Our light will shine forever. We are beautiful children of God. We are beautiful children of God.
Well done. So again, welcome everybody. Every church in the Christian tradition has special services, and some people have their favorites. And so for some, it's Christmas. For some, it's Easter, some of the holier days in the Christian tradition. But for some, like those of us here today, it's New Year's. And so we have a very special service with Reverend Dalia giving the main talk today, but it's also our New Year's melting bowl ceremony. So when you came in, you should have grabbed or received what we call, I've already forgotten, the flash paper, thank you. It's special paper and it's going to dissolve in water, and you need one of these. And then also you should have received a white stone on your way in as well. So if you don't have one of those or each of those, please raise your hand and one of our ushers will come down and give you a white stone and a piece of paper, and you'll find out what we're going to do with that later. Our ushers are here each and every week to pray with you. Our usher is standing. Are you able to stand, Cheryl? Not usher, I'm sorry, our prayer chaplains. I'm ringing in the new year just perfectly. I'm perfect in my imperfections. That's my New Year's slogan. So Cheryl Potts is our prayer chaplain. She is trained to hold prayer with you. If you have anything weighing heavy on your heart or that you would like to celebrate, please make good use of her time. She'll be available after the service. We have a new membership class coming up Friday, February 3rd from 6 to 8, and then again on Saturday, February 4th from 10 to 2. And I'm assuming lunch is provided for that class, Reverend Dalia? For the new membership class on Saturday, lunch is provided, and you'll be fed very well. And, don't be shy about signing up for this class, even if you haven't committed to becoming a member. You can just go and find out what membership means and what privileges you get with membership, and get a little bit deeper into what unity stands for and the history and the goals behind our unity message. Also coming up Saturday, January 21st at 1 p.m. right here, we're going to be having a focus group, and it's going to be facilitated by Reverend Sonia Milton, who many of you are familiar with. This focus group is to take a long look at where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. So whether you've been with our church for a few weeks or many years, please plan on attending and give your input. Everybody has something to add. And on January 28th, we're having a Language and Understanding of Diversity workshop by Reverend Dr. Brock Ford from 10 to 12:30. It's to get a little bit more information about the LGBTQIA plus community. We'll be working on our breath work too, so we can get all that out in one breath. So mark that on your calendar as well. And so in this vibrant, sun-soaked, beautiful first day of 2023, let's give our statement of faith together. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. Yes, my heart is open wide, and I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. I let me see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here. Here we go, let's go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here from the top now. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Woo-hoo.
Hello, hello. I'm too loud, aren't I? How's that? No, that's not good. Hello? Thumbs up if it's good. Does it need to be a little lower? Okay, a little lower. Hello, hello? Hello, hello. Almost. Hello, hello. I don't think so, Warren. I'll fall off the step. Hello? Oh, no? Hello?
Yeah, perfect now.
No. Can't hear me. I used to have a bird that would say hello, hello like that all the time. And if people didn't answer, she'd look at him and say hello. Oh, here we are. So as you have noticed, there's an issue with the microphones. And the issue is with the one I'm wearing. So I'm going to hide behind the podium. I usually don't do this because there's a microphone here. So you understand why I'm doing this a little differently. So Happy New Year. This is 2023. Everyone close your eyes and see 2023. And then raise your hand if you believe it. Few people. Nobody asked my permission to have this be 2023. No one asked. It happened without my agreement. But here we are. Here we are. And I wish for each and every one of you amazing joy. Just the most amazing joy throughout the year. And to have this joy come up over and over and over again. We do get into those moments of struggle and strife, but when that happens, to have all of that just wash away and new joy come up, ever new joy. This is 2023. This is how we begin it. This is how we set an intention to live it, okay? So happy, happy New Year. Today we're going to be talking about New Year's and what it means to have everything new. I've told this so many times, but it lives in my brain, so I keep telling it. There is a Dennis the Menace cartoon from about 100 years ago where Dennis is sitting on the stoop with his pajamas on, his teddy bear in hand. The sun is rising. He's looking up at it. And his father has the door open, looking down at Dennis, really curious, what is he doing? And Dennis says to his father, days are sure neat before they've been used. Well, years are sure neat before they've been used, right? This is a very amazing moment of the new year. And we're gathered together to begin the year. Our hearts are open. We extend love to each other. We shine the Christ light for each other. Years are sure neat before they've been used. So to have everything new, we have to make room for the new. I had a picture in my brain of getting a brand new car, really excited, opening the garage door to pull it in to stay protected, and all wall-to-wall junk in the garage. Have you ever? We need to make room for the new. That's just how it is, you know. So we begin today with making room. Oftentimes in our community, in our spiritual center, we have 2 different Sundays for 2 different ceremonies. We have a ceremony in which we release and we place all of our concerns and worries and the things that block our good on a piece of paper, and we allow that to melt. And that's a complete experience. And then the following Sunday, we listen for a new name and we write it on a white stone. Well, this year, New Year's, we do the first one the Sunday after Christmas, and then the second one the Sunday after New Year's. The calendar makes it so that we're doing both ceremonies today. So the flow will be a little different. Our ushers are here to help you. Our prayer chaplain, people will guide you if you're not sure what you're doing. So we begin when we make room for the new, we are making room for truth with a capital T. Inside of our minds and our hearts, we get cluttered with thoughts, feelings, attitudes that don't serve us. We don't do it on purpose. They somehow just appear there and take up residence in our minds, in our hearts. So we make room for the truth that we're celebrating today. We release those things that no longer serve us so that our light may shine. In the Lord's Prayer, there's a translation from the Aramaic Lord's Prayer where the lines are, break the hold of inner stagnation. We're praying to God, the Creator. Break the hold of inner stagnation and free us from that which keeps us from our true purpose. The English version that we're used to saying is, lead us not into temptation and deliver us from evil. So a translation from the Aramaic, directly from the language that Jesus spoke, one of the translations says those lines as, break the hold of inner stagnation and free us from that which keeps us from our true purpose. Isn't that beautiful? How many here have ever felt that inner stagnation? You know, it's horrible. It brings us down. It makes us feel powerless, small. It makes us feel like our lives are not up to us, right? We're just kind of doing the same old, same old, same old. And when we let go of that inner stagnation, when we open to the truth, when we're filled with the light of truth, we are able to live our true purpose. So that's what that releasing is about. Because each and every one of us has an amazing purpose. And if you don't know your lifelong purpose, you have an amazing purpose today. There is much joy, much love, much light that you can share today. And that's a true purpose for each and every one of us. Our beloved teacher, Dr. Emily Cady, wrote, do not be in bondage to false beliefs about your circumstances. So what stories are you telling yourself? What stories are you telling yourself about yourself? What stories are you telling about your circumstances? Because we human beings tell stories about what's happening, about what we're experiencing. And sometimes we get those stories right, but sometimes we don't. And if you listen to the stories that you're telling yourself, and they're making you feel smaller, if they're making you feel queasy inside, if they're making your heart hurt, or your neck and shoulders hurt, you're probably not telling yourself the truth. I am not denying that some circumstances are difficult. I'm not denying that some circumstances can be painful. But the stories we tell about that make the biggest difference in our experience and how we go forward. If we experience a loss or there is something painful that's occurred, and we acknowledge that and we respond by enfolding ourselves with our own compassion and telling ourselves the story that there is something in me greater than this, that no matter what the circumstances, the power of God within me is greater, then that's a completely different story, and it uplifts us. And it allows us to be who and what we are. And it allows us to create the day or the year that we want to create. What stories that you are holding in your mind, in your heart, are really asking to be released? Which are the stories that have had their day and really run amok inside of you and made you feel less than you really are? All of those are asking to be released. And what is asking to be forgiven? You know that thing that so-and-so did 28 years ago? And you think about it every morning? That one's asking to be released. Or what about that thing that you did yesterday? And you feel so awful you can't believe you said or did that. That one's asking to be forgiven, to be released. And you will be asking yourself, it will be your own inner guidance, it'll be the voice of God within you that will guide you to what is asking to be released today. Maybe you won't release everything today, or maybe you will, but you will be guided to what is asking to be released. And so we begin our melting bowl ceremony. Make sure that you have your flash paper. There will be music. I will guide you in meditation. There will be time in the silence for you to write down that which you are releasing. So sit comfortably. Allow your breath to come easily and effortlessly. If it is helpful, take one nice deep breath and then release it. And notice how good it feels to release. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord Krishna, God, was speaking to his student Arjuna. And the Lord said, I am the radiance of the sun. I open or withhold the rain clouds. I am life, I am immortality, and I am death. I am the self seated in the heart of every creature. All your thoughts, all your actions, all your fears and disappointments, offer them to me. Know them as passing visions. What is it that you offer to that divine presence within you today? What is asking for forgiveness today? In the Gospel of Matthew, a disciple of Jesus said, "Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Up to 7 times?" And Jesus said to him, "I do not say to you up to 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. What is asking to be forgiven today? And from the Course in Miracles, let go all the trivial things that churn and bubble on the surface of your mind. Reach down below all of these things to the kingdom of heaven. There is a place in you where there is perfect peace. There is a place in you where nothing is impossible. There is a place in you where the strength of God abides. And so now listen for that still small voice, guiding you, letting you know what is longing to be placed in the hands of God, what is asking to be released, what is asking to be forgiven. And then when you are ready, write the answer or answers on your paper. And so our prayer chaplain will come forward, and then our ushers will guide you when it is your time to come up to the melting bowl. Cheryl, face the congregation. Face the congregation. And from the poet Hafiz, I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. And so today we release the blocks to the awareness of that light that shines within us, the power that moves through us. We begin a new life in this new year.
Change your name. You shall no longer be called wounded, outcast, lonely or afraid. I will change your name. Your new name shall be confidence, joyfulness, one who seeks my face, faithfulness, friend of God. I will change your name. You shall no longer be called wounded, outcast, lonely or afraid. I will change your name. Your new name shall be confidence, joyfulness, overcoming one, faithfulness, friend of God, one who seeks my face. I will change your name. I will change your name. I will change your name.
And so we listen for a new name that comes to us through the voice of God, through the voice of God within us. In the book of Isaiah, it is written, "The nations will see your vindication, and all kings your glory. You will be called by a new name that the mouth of the Lord will bestow. The nations will see your vindication." Whatever it is you think that you've done or not done, failed at, somehow did not measure up, whatever may have occurred this last year or in your life, it doesn't matter, because the nations of God, the people of God, you will see your vindication, will see you freed from all of that, because you have released it. And all the kings, all the people of God will see your glory, including you. You will see your glory. And you will be called by the new name that the Lord is giving you. And in the book of Revelations, it is written, "He who has an ear, let him hear. To him who overcomes, to him I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone and a new name written on the stone, which no one knows but he who receives it." So once again, you have overcome all that stuff that seemed to be holding you in bondage. You are the overcoming one. Whatever the story, it is a story that you've released, and the truth of you is shining in this moment. And to you, God gives the manna, the nourishment, the spiritual nourishment to keep going, to be strong, to be filled with joy and possibilities. And we here at Unity of the Valley have given you a white stone. It came from God. It came in a box. The UPS brought it, and we are passing it on to each and every one of you. And in our meditation that is to follow, you will listen for your new name. You will ask the question, what is my new name for this year 2023? And the answer may come right away and clearly. It might come slowly and softly. It might come next week when you're doing the dishes. It doesn't matter the timing of how that name comes to you if you ask and you open your heart and you become still and listen. It will come. It's amazing the stillness of doing the dishes and the meditative revelations we can get. And I will give a white stone and a new name written on the stone. So when that new name comes to you, write that name on the stone and keep the stone throughout the year. You might get a name that makes no sense or that you don't like. I've had people come to me and say, I didn't like the name I got at all, but I did what you said. I wrote it down. And by the end of the year, it lived in my heart, and it was so true for me, and it was so much more meaningful than I ever thought possible. So be receptive. Write it down and see what it brings you, or it might be the most amazing name and it'll fill you with joy instantly. Again, Dr. Emily Cady said, if we could only realize this mighty power to save and to protect, to deliver and make alive lives forever within us. This new name is a reminder of that power that always moves in and through us. This new name is a reminder of the truth of who we are. Dr. Wayne Dyer once wrote, once you see yourself as divine and precious, you will automatically be converted to a being that can create miracles. When we live from the truth of who we are amazingly powerful. we change our experience and we touch the lives of others. So claiming our new name is one way of helping us to see ourselves as divine and precious. Deepak Chopra wrote, "Through your intent, you can literally command the laws of nature to fulfill your dreams and desires." So this power to create our lives is opened, is made powerful through knowing who we really are by claiming our new name. So in this meditation, I will be asking you, who are you? What are your dreams? What are your intentions? And so once again, sit comfortably. Allow your breath to come easily and effortlessly. Focus your attention for a little while on the movement of your breath. Notice how your breath takes you deeper within. And then embrace the silence that lives within you. In the silence, allow yourself to go to that sacred space within. In the silence, go into that sacred space where your hearts have no choice but to open. And ask, what is my new name? And then listen. Rachel Naomi Raymond wrote, "Perhaps the most important thing we bring to ourselves and to others is the silence in us. The silence that is a place of refuge, of rest, of acceptance. In this silence, we remember something beyond this moment. We remember who we are, and we remember a strength on which to build a life. So in the silence, ask, who am I? What is my new name? And so when you hear your name, your new name, write it down on the white stone. And keep that stone with you until you hear the name, the new name that you write down. And so once again, from the poet Hafiz, I wish I could show you the astonishing light of your own being. And then gently and easily bring your attention back to this room, to this time and place. And remember the light of your own being. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Look around and see that amazing light shining on each and every face. And remember the light of your own being. Remember your light throughout the entire year. Let your light shine. Live your new name. And allow your days to be filled with joy. And so it is.
So in gratitude, we receive all those gifts and we let go. And now it's time to search our hearts and see what is ours to not only let go of that's stopping us, but what can we let go of that we can benefit others. And so we ask that you search your heart and how to give to this spiritual community. And financially, there are several ways. You can just text the word give to this number. You can go to our website and click on the donate button, or you can take something that's paper and pen, put it in an envelope, and get ready to bless it. Our ushers are down here ready to collect anything that you may have to offer for us in this beautiful first year of 2023 in their COVID, I like to say, their COVID-safe baskets. And so together we're going to give a blessing to all that we have to receive and to give. Together, God's love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am and have, all that I give and receive. I am grateful.
I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have.
Join.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Or if we join in prayer of 2023, our affirmation of divine substance. The inexhaustible resource of spirit is equal to every demand. There is no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now manifest. Let's join together as Linda leads us in the peace song.
Everybody stand up. It's celebration time. It's peace song time. First one of the new year.
A peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. We are one holy family. We celebrate our oneness and honor our diversity. And so now please join me in our closing affirmations. I'll read them and then we will say them together. I release all that is in my way. I know who I am. I shine the light of God today. Together, I release all that is in my way. I know who I am. I shine the light of God today. Let's do that like we really mean it. Ready? I release all that is in my way. I know who I am. I shine the light of God today. And so it is. Now take time to greet each other, to shine the light of God for each other, to hug, to genuflect, to say namaste, whatever thrills your heart. And so it is.